Space junk is a big problem. It's any human-made object orbiting Earth that no longer serves a purpose. This includes things like old satellites, rocket parts, and even tiny flecks of paint. Imagine a giant trash can floating above us, filled with broken machines and debris. That's essentially what's happening in space. All this junk zips around the planet at super high speeds, posing a real danger to active satellites and spacecraft. It's like trying to drive a car through a hailstorm of metal, only much, much faster and with much higher stakes. We rely on satellites for communication, navigation, and even weather forecasting. If space junk continues to accumulate, we risk losing these vital services. Space junk travels at incredibly high speeds, up to 17,500 miles per hour. Even a small piece of debris can cause significant damage if it collides with an operational satellite. Imagine a tiny paint chip hitting a car windshield at high speed. Now, magnify that scenario to involve spacecraft costing millions of dollars, and you get an idea of the potential damage. These collisions can create even more debris, leading to a dangerous chain reaction. It's a serious threat to our space infrastructure.
Just one collision can create thousands of new pieces of debris, each capable of causing further damage. This is a growing concern for space agencies and companies around the world.
The Kessler Syndrome is a scary scenario where space debris collisions create a chain reaction, making certain orbits unusable. Imagine a cascade of collisions, each one generating more debris and increasing the likelihood of further collisions. This chain reaction could create a dense belt of debris around Earth, making space travel and satellite operations extremely risky.
It's a domino effect, with potentially devastating consequences for our technological advancement and way of life. If we don't address the space junk problem, the Kessler Syndrome could become a reality, jeopardizing our access to space for generations to come.
Section 4. Cleaning up our act solutions for space junk. Thankfully, there are ways to tackle the space junk issue. Scientists and engineers are developing innovative solutions to remove existing debris and prevent future clutter.
One idea is to use nets or harpoons to capture large pieces of junk and drag them into the Earth's atmosphere, where they'll burn up safely. Another approach is to equip satellites with deorbiting mechanisms, like sails or tethers, that will pull them down into the atmosphere at the end of their operational life. It's like giving them a self-destruct button that ensures they don't become part of the problem.
By investing in these technologies, we can start cleaning up our act in space and ensure that future generations can continue to explore and benefit from the cosmos. Section 5. Teamwork in space. Why cooperation is key. Solving the space junk problem requires global cooperation. Just like pollution doesn't respect national borders, neither does space debris.
Every country that launches rockets or satellites has a responsibility to manage its space junk. International agreements and guidelines are crucial to ensure responsible behavior in space. By working together, sharing information, and developing common standards for space debris mitigation, we can protect our shared orbital environment for the benefit of all humankind.
It's time for nations to come together, not as rivals in a space race, but as partners in safeguarding our shared future among the stars. Section 6. Mega constellations, a new challenge. While we're figuring out how to clean up existing space junk, a new challenge is emerging: mega constellations.
These are massive networks of thousands of small satellites, launched by private companies to provide global internet coverage and other services. While potentially beneficial, mega constellations significantly increase the number of objects in orbit, raising concerns about increased collision risks and exacerbating the space junk problem. It's like adding thousands of cars to a highway already experiencing traffic congestion.
As we move forward with mega constellations, we need to prioritize sustainable practices. This includes careful planning, responsible disposal of satellites at the end of their life, and international coordination to avoid collisions and minimize debris generation.
It's about finding a balance between technological advancement and responsible stewardship of the space environment. Only then can we ensure that our journey into the cosmos is sustainable and beneficial for generations to come.